back, everyone, to another episode on Fitz-PSG. We are going to do another unboxing today. I know that I said I wasn't going to do very many of these, but it seems like you guys actually like them. And truth be told, I'm being held against my will. Got a super crazy call from this guy. All of a sudden, he asked me if I wanted to play a game. And now I'm being forced to do reviews. So I don't know when he's going to let me go. So I'm just going to keep making these for you until I make him happy. We'll keep going with it. So I do have something extremely exciting for you guys today. We are going to finally unbox the PlayStation VR. And besides that, we are also going to open up the PlayStation Play and Charge stand that I managed to get pretty cheap overall. So we're going to put these two on the table today, and we're going to unbox both of them. Now, I don't have a super fancy table. It is just a regular black table. If you want something really nice, like a nice wood table with an awesome review, go ahead and watch my friend Unbox Warehouse. He has some really great videos, and he does unboxing for a living. So his stuff is really good. I love the quality. So check out his YouTube channel if you want to see some more unboxing stuff and you really like this type of video. I would recommend giving him a check out. So let's go ahead and we're going to dive right into this and see what is actually in this box. Obviously, I have never opened a PlayStation VR before, so I am curious as to what we have inside. I know when it comes to the PlayStation consoles, they normally have boxes inside of boxes, and it looks as though that is probably the case as well for this. So let's take a look here. So it looks like we have two boxes overall. Let's put that to the side. We don't need that. We got the big one and we got the small one. Let's go ahead and do the small first. Packaging, just pretty much a plain box with the PlayStation logo. Nothing really fancy here, so nothing impressive overall, but looks like we do have some stuff in here. We've got the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. This is the special collector's edition game that is in this set. They also have a set that has a Gran Turismo. There is also one coming out, I believe Friday, that has Doom, the VR version. And there is another version that comes with the VR Worlds. I would say if you're looking at picking up one of the bundles for VR, to make sure you don't get the one with PlayStation VR Worlds. It's a $10 game, and when you can get one that is a $50 game instead, like this, or the Gran Turismo, much better deal to just get the better games. That's my recommendation. It looks as though it also comes with a demo disc 2.0, and it says you'll need this, and it shows the camera and the VR headset as if you don't have one since it just came with the kit. So that's kind of stupid. I guess in case they try to sell it separately. It looks like they have a demo of some of the bigger games. I think some of these are only available in the PlayStation Store. So it looks like the ones that we have on here, Battlezone, Dino Frontier, Eve Valkyrie, Fantastic Contraption, Star Child, Res Infinite, Moss, Job Simulator, The Persistence, Thumper, Tiny Tracks, Raw Data, and also available via download is Star Blood Arena. I have only heard a few of these, so the front cover and then the back. So I don't know if we're going to have anything in here worthwhile, but I can definitely check it out and see if there's anything that we can get out of that. But that one's not as impressive. Skyrim's going to be the main reason why you're getting that. Let's see what we got here. We got a nice, looks like a, oh, it just looks like the camera holder. I guess you can use this to, I'm guessing, to prop up the camera. So, it just says Sony on it, and it looks like the holder right there. I guess you can just kind of angle that to maybe put the camera in a better position if you need to. That's not very interesting. We've got some instruction manuals, which, let's be honest, no one reads, so those can go in the box, and they'll probably never be looked at again. And then we've got, it looks like, you're going to fight me, aren't you? Don't fight me. Okay. So over here we've got the PlayStation camera. This is actually what goes ahead and detects the wands, and the wands, I believe, are what actually will go ahead and pick up your movement and everything like that. So this will hook up into the PlayStation, and it'll detect where the wands are, and then it kind of sends it back to the PlayStation so it can kind of track you. The Oculus and the Vive are a little bit more advanced. They do have like whole room sensors, but the downfall is they're a little bit more expensive, and they require extra controllers, and they require sensors to be all around your room. So this is a lot nicer. It's also a lot more contained. So pretty nice little package. It looks a little different from the original PlayStation camera, but I believe if you have the original PlayStation camera for the old Eye, I think that works as well. I don't think that you need to buy them, because you can also use the old versions of the Move controllers. So if you have that when it was on the PlayStation 3, you can use that as well. So that's kind of cool that you can at least reuse them. And then we have in here, why are you fighting me? It's not nice. Stop making so much racket. Over here, we have the two Move controllers. So these are what the sensors are. We've got the controller buttons, so it's got the X, square, triangle, and circle, and looks like on the back is some triggers, and that's what, when I was playing the demo, that's what you would use for shooting, almost like a gun. You'd point it at it. You know, this is the reload. That's kind of cool. And these orbs, they're kind of squishy, kind of cool. These will light up, and they will allow you to, I don't know, I think they represent players if you've got more than one, but normally they're pink or green. Don't know if they have any meeting. I think you can even use like two-player games where one is one player, one is another, and you can buy more of these. They do have a select button on there so you can share your stuff, and the start button. So this can be self-contained. You don't need the controllers at all once you have these. Some games do allow you to use the VR headset, and you can use the controller if you want, but these are kind of cool to kind of immerse you. This will probably be the way that I play for most of the stuff. They do give you nice wrist straps, just like on the Wii, if you've ever used that, so that way you're not throwing it into your TV. I'm sure many people have broken TVs. These are kind of an interesting design. I guess they get the job done. I'm not going to tell you what my wife thinks that these look like. I might have to hide them from her, but you can kind of get your ideas of what that is. But overall, kind of cool. If you do buy the set by itself, they do sell these for, I believe they're $100 for two of them. So if you want to buy more, you can. But those we'll put to the side. And let's open up the star of the show. It looks like I think we just have to slide that off, and this should open up pretty easily. Let's see what we got in here. PlayStation VR. This looks like a little bit nicer of a manual. Let's see what we got in here. This is actually going to be kind of a quick start guide, how to set it up, and what you need to do, how you hook it up. Now I do have the normal PlayStation. I have the Slim model, the gold version. I have been told that certain games do run better on the PlayStation Pro. So if you are thinking about getting a PlayStation and you don't have one, and you are thinking about getting a VR, it might be in your best interest to actually save a little bit more money and get the Pro model if you're looking at doing the PlayStation VR in the future, instead of buying the consoles again, which I probably will end up upgrading to a new one, just to make it easier. So it looks like in here, I'm going to assume in this box, looks like it's probably all the cords. That is the case. So more manuals, which we won't read. We've got the power cord, We've got a USB cord, which I'm going to assume is for charging. We've got the power cord, which goes into, it looks like this. It looks like this is going to be a separate processing unit, which is actually kind of cool. Yeah, it looks like it's got HDMIs on the back, a USB, and then it has the power. I do like that it looks like the actual PlayStation here, so if you do have it sitting near your actual PS4, it's not going to look odd. So that's kind of cool that they kept that idea going, and they were a little at least considerate, and it's not going to be something obtrusive that stands out. So I'm not exactly sure what all of this stuff is for. As far as the ports, the HDMIs are obviously pretty straightforward. I'm not sure what they are on the front. I am going to have to probably read a little bit to figure out how to hook it all up, just to make sure that it's done correctly. But we'll put this to the side, and we will open up the star of the show, which is nicely packaged, actually. It's well padded and protected. So we've got, this is going to be the main unit right here. So we've got the PlayStation VR head unit, and let's see, logo on the side. Nice material here where your nose is, so you're not going to bump into anything. If you've got glasses or maybe a bigger nose, it should be okay. Your eye holes, I do believe that this you can lift up and down. And the back, we've got the adjustment for the tightness, and I believe, yeah, this is the release button. So this will let you pull it off so you can adjust to your head. So whether or not you've got a large head or small head, that will allow you to properly wear it. Looks like this is the cord. Okay, that makes sense. So these cords are the same color as the front of that unit, so it looks like these will plug right in to the front of that black box that I showed you. So I have already worn one of these, and it did fit over my head pretty well with the glasses. Didn't seem to be an issue, so I would say if you have glasses, don't really be worried. And there's also an adjustment here in the front as well. So if you do need more room for glasses, if you maybe have a big head. So let's put it on and see how stupid I look. I'm going to look even dumber when I play the VR for you guys and record everything. So they say the easiest way to put it on is just hold the back and pull it loose, so that way it's expanded. And then you can actually move everything. So it's a little bit forward right now. I guess with time I'll get used to where everything is. Oh, there's the button. And then you can just slide this into your eyes so it's close. And I probably look like a complete idiot. I can see nothing. But I think my wands are over here. So this would kind of be how you would look. So you can imagine, I think I feel like Geordi from oh wait, that wasn't the guy. Is Geordi the guy that has the visor? I don't know, I don't watch Star Trek. But this is kind of the idea of how you would play. These would be your guns, and you're looking all around crazy driving, or maybe you have a steering wheel. And when you're not playing, you look like an absolute idiot. Like if I'm flailing around like this, which I was during Best Buy, I looked like an absolute moron. To me, though, there is stuff all around me, and it's very hard to describe how much more immersive the actual game is if you haven't played VR. It's crazy how much more you feel as though you are in the game. There's gonna be a lot of games coming out, and I think the Doom is going to be extremely frightening. I know Resident Evil, I am already dreading playing that, but it will be one of the coolest game experiences ever to feel like you're actually in that house. So I can only imagine how cool that is going to be. So I'm excited to play that for you guys. I'm going to put that to the side. Now, that is all that it comes with out of the box. You would think you'd get a little bit more for the money, but unfortunately you don't. I do think it's well worth the money. It has come down in price a little bit. I do wish that they included maybe another game too. I think the demo disc is kind of lame, or maybe at least a protector. You can get a hard case for these. I'm going to pick one up for when I'm not charging it. But they do cost, I think they're $30 for one, so would have been nice for them to include some way to protect that, since it is a pretty good investment, but I guess I can't really fault them. So the next thing we're going to do is actually open up this charging stand. So this is going to be the cool way to actually charge everything all at once. Let's go ahead and open this. I've seen, this is unfortunately the only like one that most people, why do they put so much tape? Now I look like an idiot because I can't open up a box. Don't make any box jokes. Okay, I'm going to cut towards myself, so hopefully I give you guys a show. For some reason that didn't want to open. Okay, this is the only main one. This is licensed by PlayStation. There are some other off-brand ones that you can get, and this normally sells for $50. I managed to get it cheaper. I don't think it's worth $50. Some people seem to think that it's kind of cheaply made. So we'll take a look here. We don't really have much, so let's see what we have inside. Okay, looks like we got a stand and Power A holder. I'm guessing that's for the actual headset. We've got the charger, and then we have the actual base where everything is gonna sit. So it's all self-contained within this. And of course, like normal, you do have some instructions overall. So let's take a look and see what it actually says, because I want to make sure that I'm actually going to read the instructions for this, because I want to make sure I do this right for how much this thing is. So it looks like this portion just snaps in and swivels on. Okay. If I could line up holes, I'm not good with holes. Wait, where are they? I can't see. Okay. We managed to get it here, so let me undo that here. Let's just try it again. So we have snapped on here. Let's rotate to the side. Okay, so that part is put together right here. This is where your controller will sit. You do have to push it down in order for it to charge. So if you just rest it on there, you have to make sure you do click it. So you click it on and click it off when you want to release it. Let's connect the other portion here. So this portion looks like it does something similar. So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so we got that in there. So that is how it looks. And then besides the controller in there, we can actually sit these in here as well. And it looks like it's got the same kind of idea. So we'll face it forward. You have to snap them down the same way just to make sure that they're charging. So you can actually charge everything at once. That's kind of cool. And then I think this is just going to sit on... Okay, so this faces the front, so it looks as though... Okay, so that is how the finished product looks. So everything sits on there pretty nicely. Let me actually pull that back so that way it's not... Okay, so that's not bad. Then you plug this in, and it would charge everything at the exact same time. So it actually looks... pretty nice. So if you actually had to sit now where your PlayStation was, that'd be pretty nice overall. The plastic's good material. I do think that this has some work. Like this has a lot of wiggle, and I don't quite like that. I think that this should be a little bit longer so this holds that up better. Because as you can see, we've kind of got some sag going here, and it just keeps falling down. I don't quite like that, but this is unfortunately all we have on the market, so this is going to have to unfortunately do. This is what we're stuck with. So I think when I'm not charging it, I'm probably going to have it probably going to have it in a case once I get one, so I don't want anything to happen to that. So overall, pretty impressed with everything we have here. Not as impressed with the stand, but I don't really have any other options without plugging it in a different way and charging things. There's not really enough ports on the PlayStation itself, so you kind of have to deal with something like this. So not the worst overall, but hey, I would say for the money, well worth it. We've got some games. We've got a lot coming on the channel. So a lot to look forward to. So hopefully you did like this video. I don't know if anyone out there has a PlayStation VR that watches the channel. If you do, leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking of the PlayStation VR so far. How do you like it? What games do you have? Maybe you've played it at a friend's house. What games do they have? What's the best game that you've played so far for it? Let me know also what game you want me to play for the channel first. I know I have quite a bit here. So we've got Skyrim, we've got the demo disc, we've got Job Simulator, the Rush of Blood, we've got Resident Evil. We've got a lot of stuff to choose from. So maybe if there's one in particular that you are looking forward to, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking. Also, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you liked what you saw here, go ahead and maybe hit the subscribe button. I don't do a lot of these unboxings. I do mostly Let's Play stuff, but I've gotten a lot of videos where I'm in front of the camera lately, unboxing stuff. I have the Black Friday haul, but mostly you'll find me doing Let's Play footage. So if you are new, welcome. If you are returning, I appreciate everybody. Until next time, guys, I will see you right here on the channel.